This video is focused on breaking free from the side person mentality, overcoming your ego and finding your voice. Introduction. Have you ever felt like you were standing on the sidelines, invisible in a sea of people, with no one ever noticing your presence? Like you were merely a background character in your own life, never anyone's first choice or even an option? It's an all too common experience that most of us have encountered at least once in our lives. However, the truth is, more often than not, we are the architects of our own misery, and our ego plays a significant role in keeping us in that place of invisibility. In this essay, we'll delve deep into the workings of the ego, explore how it fuels the side person mentality, and most importantly, discuss practical solutions to break free from it and take center stage in our own lives. Part 1. The ego problem. A closer look. The ego can be a cunning, stealthy adversary, and the irony is that we are often oblivious to its control over our lives. Our egos, desires, and impulses are driven by the need for validation and recognition from others, constantly seeking acknowledgement and approval. It manifests itself in a myriad of ways, from the victim mindset, "My life is going badly, I am not at my peak anymore," to the incessant focus on ourselves, "I am this, I failed this, I achieved this, if I do this." It is this relentless seeking of validation that keeps us trapped as side characters in our own lives, forever chasing happiness that remains elusive. Part 2. The 7 deadly sins and the ego. In examining the ego's role in our self-imposed misery, it's important to acknowledge the connection between our ego and the 7 deadly sins: pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. Each of these sins stems from the ego's insatiable desire for validation and satisfaction. They all contribute to the side person mentality by fostering a sense of inadequacy and insecurity that keeps us constantly seeking approval and external validation, rather than recognizing and embracing our own worth. Part 3. Breaking free from the ego's grip. The journey to overcoming our ego and finding our voice starts with self-awareness. We must first recognize the ego's influence on our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By identifying and acknowledging its presence, we can begin to take control and responsibility for our actions. 1. Stop seeking validation. The first step in breaking free from the ego's grip is to let go of the need for external validation. Focus on your internal values, beliefs, and desires, and prioritize your own happiness and fulfillment. By shifting your perspective, you'll start to build a strong sense of self-worth that doesn't rely on the opinions of others. 2. Embrace humility. Another key to overcoming the ego is to practice humility. Recognize that you are not superior or inferior to anyone else, and that everyone has their unique journey and experiences. By accepting our own imperfections and acknowledging the inherent worth of others, we can develop a genuine sense of connection and camaraderie that will help us escape the side person mentality. 3. Cultivate empathy. Develop the ability to put yourself in others' shoes and truly understand their emotions and perspectives. By fostering empathy, we can better relate to others and participate in conversations more meaningfully, thereby overcoming the feeling of being a side person in group interactions. 4. Practice active listening. Pay attention to others, ask questions, and truly engage in conversations. By being present and fully invested in the dialogue, you'll create a genuine connection with others that will help you feel more integrated and valued. 5. Find your voice. Lastly, work on developing and expressing your own unique voice. Embrace your passions, opinions, and experiences, and share them confidently with others. By cultivating your individuality and showcasing it in conversations, you'll naturally attract like-minded individuals who appreciate and value your contributions. Part 4. The path to true happiness. Ultimately, the path to true happiness lies in transcending the ego and embracing our authentic selves. By conquering our ego-driven desires and impulses, we can focus on our ultimate goals and purpose in life. This process involves moving away from individualism and adopting a more collective mindset that values connection, empathy, and humility. Develop self-awareness. Continually work on improving your self-awareness and understanding your own thought patterns, emotions, and behaviors. This ongoing self-reflection will help you identify ego-driven tendencies and take appropriate steps to overcome them. Pursue personal growth. Engage in activities that foster personal growth and self-improvement. By striving to be the best version of ourselves, we can rise above the ego and find true fulfillment and happiness. Nurture meaningful relationships. Focus on building and maintaining strong, meaningful relationships with those around you. By cultivating genuine connections and investing in others' well-being, you'll be able to experience deeper levels of happiness and satisfaction. Part 5. Conclusion. The side-person mentality is at its core a manifestation of our ego's relentless pursuit of validation and recognition. By acknowledging and addressing our ego's influence, we can break free from this self-imposed prison and take charge of our own lives. By prioritizing self-awareness, humility, empathy, active listening, and finding our voice, we can overcome our ego, embrace our true selves, and finally step out of the shadows and into the spotlight of our own lives. Ultimately, the key to escaping the side-person mentality and experiencing genuine happiness lies in moving beyond our ego-driven desires and focusing on our higher purpose. By connecting with others, pursuing personal growth, and nurturing meaningful relationships, we can break free from the ego's grip and find the fulfillment and contentment we've been seeking all along. So, start your journey today and transform your life from being a side person to taking center stage in your own story.